This lesson will give you some reminders to help you as you create your persuasive essay for your dedication book. First, let's think about general essay structure. An essay begins with an introduction, is followed by some supporting paragraphs, and ends with a conclusion paragraph. In the outline I'm showing here, there are 3 supporting paragraphs, which is considered to be the minimum. More are certainly acceptable. Now let's take a closer look at that introduction. Introductions have 3 parts: a hook, which gets the reader's attention, a transition, which kind of connects the hook to the thesis and allows the reader to move easily from one idea to the other, and then the thesis sentence, the one sentence that states what you are trying to prove in your essay. Take a moment with this slide if you need to review some of the details about how to achieve a hook, a transition, and a thesis sentence. Here's an example introduction for a persuasive essay for a dedication book. What has 10 legs, an enlarged heart, and the ability to bend time? If you are thinking the answer is a monster, you are wrong. I'm actually talking about my mother, of course. My mom is the greatest woman any boy could ever know. Notice the parts of this introduction. There is a hook, which asks a question, a kind of startling question, so it incorporates a number of the types of hooks we've talked about. Then there's the transition. Well, when I first read that question, I was thinking of something monstrous, but actually this essay is about my mother. And then comes the thesis. My mom is the greatest woman any boy could ever know. That one sentence gives the topic of my essay, my mom, and my opinion about her, that she's the greatest any boy could ever know. After the introduction come body paragraphs. Each body paragraph should begin with a topic sentence that states one reason why the thesis is true. The rest of the paragraph should provide specific, detailed examples, and then it ends with a concluding sentence. Don't forget to use transition words and phrases to help move your reader through the paragraph. And again, you're writing 3 to 5 body paragraphs to make up the body of your essay. Let's look at an example body paragraph. This paragraph connects with the introduction that I showed you a couple of slides back. We know it's not the first body paragraph, though, because we note it starts with the transition word another. So this must be the second or third body paragraph in that essay. Let's check it out. Another reason my mom is so wonderfully fantastic is that even though she has a full-time job, she somehow manages to make time for everyone in my family. She spends hours with me each week, driving me to baseball practice, cheering me on during my games, and helping me with my math homework. In addition, she makes time for each of my siblings, supporting my older sister in her gymnastics and my younger brother at whatever it is 3-year-olds spend their time doing. She even reads him the same Dr. Seuss book 2 or 3 times every night, and she never seems like she is in a hurry when she does it. Finally, after we kids are in bed each night, she and my dad play cards. It is amazing to me how much my mom manages to fit into each week of her life. Notice the transition words and phrases in this paragraph. Another, in addition, finally. Also notice the details. She supports my older sister in her gymnastics, not just, in addition, she supports my older sister. Or, here are the 3 things she does to spend hours with me each week, not just she spends hours with me each week. Remember to give as much detail as you can in your body paragraphs. After the body paragraphs are finished, comes a conclusion. Remember, this is where you restate your thesis, make your topic relevant for your reader, and end with a clincher that makes your essay sound finished. Here's an example conclusion that ties back to the introduction used in this presentation. Notice it too begins with a transition phrase. As you can see, my mother is an unbelievably fabulous woman. That's the restatement of the thesis. I mean, your mom might be pretty great and all, but I guarantee my mom can and would make any child feel like the luckiest kid on earth. That's the part where you make the topic relevant to your reader. And then here comes the clincher. Even if she does sound like a monster. That ties back to the hook, to the opening riddle of this essay. I'd like you to take a look at another example essay. Pause the movie here, head into Moodle, and open all 3 pages of the example essay that is written for a dedication book. They're PDF files that you'll find there. As you read, look for all the parts that we've been reviewing: an introduction, body paragraph, specific details, transitions, and a conclusion. After you've read the entire essay, come back and restart the movie where you left off. Okay, as you read through, here's what I hope you noticed. The introduction had a hook, started with some startling, unexpected words for an essay of this type. Then there was the transition, helping the reader move from this idea of maternity clothes to, oh, we're talking about teachers here. And then the thesis, which narrows it right down to a specific teacher, uses a metaphor, and lets us know that the person writing this essay felt very lucky to have Miss Darnton as a teacher. Next up were the body paragraphs. Each one of them provided a reason for why Mrs. Darnton was such an inspiration to this student. You could see very specific examples in each of these body paragraphs. Finally came the conclusion. The thesis was restated, and it ended with a clincher that tied back to those opening, startling, unexpected words. At this point, I hope you feel ready to write your own persuasive essay for your dedication book. Remember to organize your writing. Can't say it enough, support your ideas with numerous specific details. Include transition words and phrases to guide your reader. And for this essay, you're going to write in a mostly formal voice. Still looking for no slang, no contractions, no stage directions, but in this instance, it is acceptable to write in first person. This is a persuasive essay, but it's a personal persuasive essay, and I would expect you to use examples and thoughts from your own life in it. When your essay is finished, remember to bring it to me, and we'll sit down and review it together.